November and December are shaping up to be rough months for City Skylines players. We're getting 2 updates. Updates break mods, so if we're going to get an update, it better be something we want to use. And the problem is, we're getting updates that we really don't want to use. I've checked around with other content creators, and let's face it, the Korea assets are just not that good. The Skyscrapers one, yes, we love that one, but not the Korea one. And yet, with the release of those, we got some tweaks in the game that just ruined everything for all the modders for a number of days. Some people still can't load their games because they just can't figure out how to get all the right mods in the right place at the right time and how to update the ones that are outdated, and it goes on. And now we're getting another one with the Financial Districts update. The buildings there are awful. I like modded buildings that look realistic, and some of the financial skyscrapers do look good in this update. But the key building, the stock exchange, it's way too cartoony. No way am I putting that in my city. Unless I'm making it gamey and just going for vanilla play, I don't really want to use it. And the thing is, it's going to introduce new mechanics into my game. I'm going to have to deal with broken mods, and the game is just not going to be playable or enjoyable for a few days starting tomorrow. And I'm a player who keeps track of mods, who is able to get on top of everything and get my hands around things, and I know modders and people who write mods and they can help me out, and I've got a big support network. What's going to happen to the other people who don't have that same support network, who are trying to use mods in order to enjoy the game, and then everything's broken and they don't know who to turn to? I played Victoria 2 for like 12 years. And the last 6 or 7, no mods, no changes at all. Yeah, there were bugs and tweaks and weird things in that game, but it was consistent and I could understand what was going on. I could account for it. Everything was working the way I knew it would work. Kind of like a really old car that breaks down the same way every time. You get used to it and you learn to like it. Well, now we're dealing with a situation where we get all this DLC update and we lose that car that was so familiar to us. Everything breaks, and all that invested learning curve effort is gone. We have to start over again. Sure, the base game is there, but we're using mods because we're not happy with the base game. We want something different from the base game. That's why we play the modded game. And again, if the trade-off is a really good DLC for a few days of broken mods, then okay, we'll do that. We'll live with it. But if the trade-off is a bunch of cartoony mechanics and buildings we don't want to use, then that's a net loss, friends. I'm going to still play City Skylines. Like Sisyphus, I'm going to roll that boulder up the hill, and when it rolls back down to the bottom again, I'm going to walk to the bottom of the hill so I can roll it up. You may consider me happy. That's what I do. That's my philosophy. But there are plenty of other people who turn to this game for a way to find some peace and some quiet and some control in their world, and yanking all the mods out from underneath them is quite a lot to ask of the players. If there was a way that we could say, you know what, forestall a certain update and do it easily. Yes, it can be done, but not easily. If there was a way we could easily forestall updates so we could finish our game, or we could make backups as needed, or do something other than wake up one morning and find out that, oh no, we can't load our save because everything's broken. If there was some way we could do that, then it wouldn't be such a bad shock. It wouldn't feel like we're losing something when there's a DLC release or a game update. I hope you're able to weather things out. I hope you're able to get your mods in order when the new update hits. And if you like the financial districts, hey, I'm happy for you. But for me, I'm not. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to missing a few days of updating my city. I'm not looking forward to the stress that this is going to add with very little return.